7, Jacinda Ardern.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My question to the Associate Minister for Social Development and Employment asks, does she agree that the protection of children must remain our greatest priority as a society and that the state has a critical role in investing in communities to help them to ensure the health and well-being of their own?
The Honourable Tariana Turia.
Mr. Speaker, yes, I agree with the statement that I made to the House in 2007 when I was speaking as the Māori Party co-leader. However, I must also inform the House that the important part of the statement that the member has inadvertently left out is, for ultimately, it is the wānau, hapu and iwi, it is ainga, it is family who hold the key to successful outcomes.
Jacinda Ardern.
Supplementary to the Minister. Was she aware that cutting the Family Violence Education Fund has led to a total withdrawal of funding for the Girls Self-Defence Project?
The Honourable Tariana Turia.
Mr. Speaker, that is not correct. In fact, $2.8 million of money has been left for those organisations to apply for under the Innovations Fund.
Jacinda Ardern.
Supplementary to the Minister. Is she aware that her ministry has sent a letter to the Girls Self-Defence Project telling them that their entire $377,000 budget has been cut, and their project, which over the past 15 years has taught self-defence to 77,000 vulnerable girls and increased the rate of sexual abuse disclosure, will no longer exist?
The Honourable Tariana Turia.
Mr. Speaker, as I said to them in the previous answer, they are able to apply for the $2.8 million that has been put into that pool.
Jacinda Ardern.
Supplementary to the Minister. Will she reconsider her funding cut in light of strong protests by school principals, one who noted, quote, each time it has been delivered, the Girls Self-Defence Program has given at least one of the girls the courage to speak out about an inappropriate and, in a number of instances, unlawful act that involves them. I truly believe that if a program like this is cut, there will be girls who don't find the confidence to speak out about abuse that they are having to endure.
The Honourable Tariana Turia.
I repeat that the funding cut is not to the degree that that member is implying in the House, and in fact there is $2.8 million in an innovations fund that they can apply for.
Carol Beaumont.
Supplementary to the Minister. Does she believe that a program costing $50 per participant that gives girls greater skills to defend themselves from harm and has enabled many girls to speak out about inappropriate and unlawful acts is a cost-effective use of taxpayer money?
The Honourable Tariana Turia.
Mr. Speaker, I do agree with that, and they are able to continue to apply under the Innovations Fund that's been put in place.
Rahui Katane.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Supplementary to the Associate Minister, does she believe that the announcement she made on 1 April 2011 regarding family violence will strengthen the well-being of communities?
The Honourable Tariana Turia.
Mr. Speaker, we've made significant investments over the past 4 years in activities creating social change around attitudes and behaviours towards family violence. This has resulted in people being more willing to report and address family violence issues, which has increased demand for the services. We now know that there is a need to make sure that there is adequate, good quality service responses available, particularly in communities of greatest need, to get families safe, restore family wellbeing and provide ongoing support to prevent violence from reoccurring.
Supplementary.
Carol Beaumont.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Does the Minister consider a course where over 30% of the participants are Māori and evaluation results showing over 90% of the girls felt stronger, more confident, knew ways to deal with unsafe situations and feel that they can talk to safe people, to be a program that works and is therefore a priority?
The Honourable Tariana Turia.
Mr. Speaker, as I said, we have had 4 years of raising awareness in the communities amongst all groupings, and now we want to see money going to frontline services where it can make a difference, because there has not been a decrease in family violence despite all of the awareness raising.
Carol Beaumont.
Does the Minister accept that as 53% of women using rape crisis services report being sexually abused under the age of 12, a program focusing on girls is a useful preventive measure enabling girls to avoid or report such sexual abuse?
The Honourable Tariana Turia.
Mr. Speaker, any family violence of any nature is not acceptable to any member. We have people who are dying each year from family violence, and we want to address that.
Point of order, Carol Beaumont.
Mr. Speaker, it was a simple question and I don't believe it was answered. I asked the Minister to convey whether or not she accepted that given the number of women presenting to rape crisis with sexual abuse under the age of 12, and was a program focusing on girls a useful preventive measure in that circumstance, and I don't believe it was answered.
Order. The member will recollect that in trying to repeat her question she had trouble with the introductory words to it, and the reason why she had trouble with the introductory words is they sought an opinion. They asked whether the Minister agreed with something. Now when members ask the Minister whether they agree, there's no particular answer to that, and the Minister expressed her view around that issue, and that's the difficulty where that kind of where an opinion is sought. It's very difficult for the Speaker to ask ministers to be more precise on that. Jacinda Ardern, supplementary.
Supplementary to the Minister. Can the Minister tell the House whether or not she believes the Girls Self-Defence Project will be successful in applying for the Family Centred Services Fund when it explicitly states that fund will focus on families rather than frontline services delivered through schools?
The Honourable Tariana Turia.
Mr. Speaker, the question is hypothetical. I am not responsible for who gets funding from the Ministry.
Question number 8, Jacinda Ardern.